We have to deal with the super spit sales, bro. Number 2. Nintendeen, step into the ring. I guess people love French fries. Tasty, tasty French fries, huh? I guess he was wrong all along. So gamers, as we know, number is big. And Nintendeen, it's time to eat crow.
All right, I'm not sure who made this, but it made me laugh, and I found it on Demich's page, so shout out to Demich. Anyway, so...
That was our boy Reese, brother. I think he's gonna, yes. It was our boy Reese. Reese mentioned, baby. Let's fucking go. Let's go!
I was wrong. Not about everything, not even about most things, but about enough. I had some predictions about the potential sell-through numbers on a world...
Hang on, at 1.75 times speed, and we'll go down to 1.5, okay?
wide scale for the Nintendo Switch. Not even about most things, but about enough. I had some predictions about the potential sell-through numbers on a worldwide scale for the Nintendo Switch 2, and I was off. I think Japan, Europe, and the Americas kind of lined up to exactly what I expected, but that other category kind of blindsided me again. So there's still plenty of data to analyze, and I am going to analyze it. But from the very beginning, my intention through all of this was that it would lead to some kind of backlash that would hopefully make Nintendo treat the customers better. It was meant to be a discussion against corporate greed.
Oh, so it was a cause all along. Hang on. It was... this is what I was telling you about, Chad. This is what I was telling you about. The cause. It was all because of our little freedom fighter, Nintendeen. No, it's about the... I told you about this, gamers. I told you about this. No, I wanted to make Nintendo stop being mean to us. Now, just to be clear, if you're someone who doesn't like the trajectory in which Nintendo is going, nothing wrong with making videos about it, of course. I think it's fair to say, though, gamers, there's a reason why people don't particularly like it when this guy does it. Is that fair to say? Like, when Bearman made his video and just kind of disappeared into the wind, I think we're all fine with it, right? When I think everyone else kind of, like, made their videos on the topic and kind of, like, continues to make their the videos on the topic as and when it becomes applicable, I think people are more than fine with that. I think if Nintendo came out with some shit news and I talked about it, I think you guys would be fine with that. I don't think people would be going, Moresty. I don't think people would be doing that. It's just when it's... And I'm still scrolling, brother. I'm still going. It's still going. It's still going. It's funny. Listen, you know what, Pendu? I've got to ban you, bro. I've got to ban you. I'm sorry, Pendu. You got to go, okay? If this is your sense of humor, I don't want you here, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not... He's one of the... There's a reason I don't watch a lot of him. There's a reason why I've had even people in my DMs going... Moresty, come on, cook Nintendeen. But I just don't, because it's like, he's boring. He's fucking boring, bro. Like, yeah, he don't fuck with Bearman, at least he didn't drag it. Like, people make their videos as and when it becomes relevant, and then they move on. Do you know what I mean? Which I'm fine with. I'm sure you guys are fine with when I do it. And we're still scrolling, by the way. We're still scrolling, guys. We're still scrolling. I'm just like, what's going on here? What's going on? Okay, is it finally? No, it still keeps going. It still keeps going. Jesus Christ. He's been doing this for a while. Oh my God. Here we go. Okay, fine. 10 months. The train has been going for 10 months, gamers. Look at all of it. All of this was for the cause. You know what I mean? All of this. So yeah. Crazy, huh?
Against blind consumerism, and I hope that there would be value in the discussions that we had, even if ultimately it didn't mean anything and Nintendo was going to go about it business as usual.
Again, I think there's value to be had in the discussions, even some of the discussions you put forward, but I think you've marred yourself in such a grifty coat of paint that you've become a living example of the Homelander gif. I think that's fair to say, right, guys? I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Homelander gif in question.
Hey, man, you need to get over her, okay? There's plenty more fish in the sea.
How do I look, yellow man?
Thank you so much.
Big shot at Aaron Alfweagle pulls up with $7.
Thank you so much.
Didn't Bearman have like an hour-long vid on a secondary channel with a really cringe switch to thumbnail?
Okay, I want to be Aaron, I think you need to... Aaron, I think you need to do a favor for me and like ask Google for a refund. Because like if you're telling me that this thumbnail is like cringe, I don't want to know what you find funny. I'll be so real with you. Where is it? It was actually really fucking... It was a generational thumbnail as far as it was in. Where is it? I'm gonna find it real quick. Where is it? Bearman's content chest. I'm sorry, like this. If you're looking at me and telling me this thumbnail ain't fucking funny as hell, I don't know what to tell you, man. My thoughts on Nintendo's current output, I can't get an erection. This is in the thumbnail Hall of Fame, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to watch this because it's an hour long. This is funny as hell, boy. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I came with a thumbnail that funny, man. Yeah, so if you're telling me cringe, brother, I'm telling you, I'm just going to tell you thanks for the 6, and I'm going to move on with I'm going to move on with the chat, okay? But yeah, as I was saying about Nintendeen, the problem with you is that you've become the Homelander gif, right? The very infamous Homelander gif, which usually is accompanied by the caption of when someone says something that you agree with, but they say it in such a dog shit way you have to disagree. Usually it's accompanied by this gif. So I've referred to it as the Homelander gif. That's what you've become. That's the issue with you, that you've become the Homelander gif, in that it doesn't matter if you talk about things that needed to be talked about. This is just you. You're just this, man. This is just you, and it's over, okay?
Though, is that it was never in my intention to mislead anybody. I am just a random dude looking at numbers at the end of the day. And as long as I felt the discussion that I was pushing forward was...
And then here comes the downplaying, guys. Here comes the downplaying. I'm just the guy. Oh, so hang on. Oh my, hang on. Hold the fucking phone. He flip-flops within the same minute, chat. Hang on.
All of this was that it would lead to some kind of backlash that would hopefully make Nintendo treat the customers better.
So that's the cause, right, gamers? The cause. And then not 15 seconds later, chat.
Intention to mislead anybody. I am just a random dude looking at numbers at the end of the day.
I'm just a little Within 15 seconds, gamers, he immediately changes tack. It's the Dean mind control. You gotta pick a lane. I pick the I'm just the guy lane, but I don't think I've ever in my entire YouTube channel history ever switched to the I'm leading a because I'm not. I'm just a fucking guy, bro. I literally I'm wearing my suit jacket in a live stream. I don't even have pants on, bro. I don't have like work pants on. I just got my tracksuit bottoms on. It's just a bunch of lights on my monitors. My bed is to my left. I'm just a guy in my bedroom, man. I ain't anything special. You know what I mean? What are we talking about here? You know what I mean? He's just the guy. No, I'm just a little bit. No.
And things were heading in the right direction.
No,
guys. I
guys.
push this discussion as far as I needed to, as long as I believed in the end goal. And the end goal for me,
freedom fighter, scared but too scared to fight. Real, fucking real.
Was always a price drop so that Nintendo could be affordable for the majority of its fandom. And I could no longer in good conscience attempt to mislead anybody into assuming that a price drop is going to come from Nintendo. That's not going to happen. They sold through 15 million consoles in the first year. That puts them at what, around an 85% sell-through rate. By my own metrics and by my own arguments, that is too successful of a first year to assume anything would change in the following year. Even if there's a massive drop-off over the next few months, which I still think is very feasible. Even if the Circana data comes...
So he's still coping, gamers. It still feeds, guys, it's still possible. We're not owned. They could still fall off. They could still fall off, gamers, in the next... They could still do it, gamers. They could still do it.
Out in 3 weeks. And
they could still do it.
January that we've seen since the Wii U days.
They could do it, gamers.
Done just enough to get by through the next year. And that's even if within 6 months they are no longer considered the fastest...
I'm not wrong. I was just early.
...console in history. And I want to say that because I want to be very clear to my audience. I want you guys to understand my intentions as I continue to make content. Before, I was doing this because I believed there was an end goal. I was enjoying it. I was having a great time. I still am having a great time. But the end goal was always in front of me, and it was a primary focus that I had. But if I no longer believe that there's going to be a price drop, I want to make sure that's very clear. And
so he's just admitting it now. He lost. Dean loses. There will not be gamers. Stand down, soldiers. We lost. We are surrendering unconditionally to the forces of Nintendo. They were the stronger army. They were Rome, and we were Hannibal. And eventually, we got.
Understood to you guys. The Nintendo Switch 2 sold through more in 2025 than I would have imagined they could manage. They did so with discounts on a worldwide scale, obviously.
I don't think Nintendeen has a great time making it. Yeah, I think that's the biggest... I don't point this out because I technically can't prove him wrong, but I'm just like, there is no way on God's green earth you have fun making these, man. I just find that so hard to believe. I'm sure he loves the money. I'm sure he loves the money. But there's no way you're telling me you loved making every single one of these videos. Every one of them? All of them. Every single one of them. I'm sure you could even point to some of my live streams. Again, it's quite rare because I generally just stream whenever I make sure I'm in 100% of the mood for it. If I ever miss a day when I'm streaming, it's usually because I'm just not in the right head. So I'm not ready. You know what I mean? I'm at 40% capacity. You know what I mean? So almost every time I stream, I'm up for it. Because I only have a stream when I'm up for it. But you've uploaded almost every day without fail. There's no way every single one of these videos were yeah, I put my whole Nintendeen Loses into that one. You're just lying. You're lying in 4K, man. In 4K resolution.
Nintendeen has fallen.
He's fallen, gamers.
Must be and dare I say, wahoo.
Billions must fall
But they
gamers.
still sold enough, whether I like it or not. But I also kind
Thanks
of
for
want to
the super
address
chat.
a few things that I think are worth addressing. I never
Addressing
intended
the
for this discussion to
allegations.
be a magnet for toxicity. I believe in boycotts, but boycotts only work.
Okay, but like that's kind of your own fault by like manifesting this sort of audience. That's kind of it. And you're talking to someone where, like, obviously you're a bigger channel than me, but I think we're relatively speaking in the same wheelhouse when it comes to us like curating our audience, right? And I think if my perusing your comment sections is anything to go by, is that
Skibideen toilet.
hell yeah, is that you generally tend to like encourage the crazy people. You're never gonna see, if there's something you can guarantee from me, you're never seeing me encourage, like, heart a comment I don't like co-sign. Either because it's funny, it's insightful, or it's polite. But Nintendo will just heart everything. And when you heart everything, when you make it clear to your audience that every single comment of yours is something that like you co-sign, yeah, I like this comment is good, then you cultivate an audience of people who will eventually end up being quite toxic. And that's probably what's happened to you, arguably. Again, I can't say for sure that I've seen a lot of people that are like Nintendeen fans out in the wild, for example. But if you're saying it didn't mean to get toxic, that implies that there's probably a bit of this in your audience. And if there's a bit of this in your audience, I would say that from my perusing, I don't think you've done a good enough job culling these idiots. I literally had someone in my stream the other day who was in my chat saying, Moresty, talk about Nintendeen. And like I saw Nintendeen's live and they were in his chat like egging him on a bit. I banned him with the greatest of ease. And I'll do that every single time there will never be a chance where I catch someone in my community going over to another person's comment section and I don't ban them, all right? Or like for being a piece of shit, should I say. If you leave a comment, you gotta be careful. You gotta be really careful with how you word it. Because if I interpret it as cuntish, you're gone. You're gone, bro. You're gone. Can Nintendeen say he's had the same attitude towards his audience? I can't say I've ever seen that personally.
There's enough people power behind it. Maybe one day more people will believe Nintendo and more of these gaming companies have gone too far. But for now, people are forgiving towards corporate greed, and they like buying overpriced stuff more than I expected. At least. I still very much
Yeah, you guys bought that you guys bought that nonsense, you know?
by my belief.
Daniel's still young, I believe. I mean, again, I don't think this sort of like thing is something he has to worry about like wholesale. But the fact that he encourages it is a bad omen, you know? Like, let's say, for example, Nintendeen was at like 10x his sub count, right? I think it's fair to say his channel would probably be like a breeding ground for this sort of toxicity, right? Again, the fact that he has to address it in a video, at least like in passing, he didn't like obviously fully, like the fact that he had to even talk about it in passing indicates that he has seen a good chunk of this. And if he's seen a good chunk of this at this size, then who's to say like if it was 10x his sub count, he would have like a large contingent, you know what I mean? That's why you stamp out this stuff early, so it doesn't become like bigger in the long run. That's why I have such a, if anyone's wondering why I have such a unbelievably strong stance, or if anyone who I've banned in the past is like, Moresty, what the hell? Like, why did you ban me? I will ban first and ask questions like, because I just don't care. You being in my audience does not mean as much as my principles. It just doesn't. And I'm willing to like stake my claim on that every day of the week. I can't, frankly, there's self-glaze. I don't think there's very few YouTubers that do this to a degree I do. And it's not because I'm better than them. It's because I don't think they just know. I don't think they know that you actually have a much more of a guiding hand in how your fan base ends up being than you think you do. When it gets to like massive size, and obviously your fan base ends up being much bigger than you, right? But like I would say, as long as your channel is even like, I would say even sub 1 million. I would say less than 1 million. I think you can still like have a good enough range. If you're really active enough, you have a good enough range about how your community tends to act in your spaces and even beyond. You know, how often have you unbanned people? If someone DMs me in earnest, I unban them. Like if someone sends a screenshot of what they said and it says, "Mostly, I apologize. It was wrong for this reason. Can I be unbanned?" I've unbanned. 100% of the time someone does that, I unban them. But very few people do, which indicates that they were just here to cause shit as opposed to actually wanting to be part of my community. You know, there's an underlying feeling of being too mean. There's an underlying feeling of being too mean, for a better term, I suppose. I think that's true. I think a lot of people, and again, another self-glaze somewhat, but I think in my 10 years of being a security guard, I've just become completely, what's the term? Like, dulled to the idea of getting people getting strangers to want to like me. I'm not saying that's like a good thing or a bad thing. It's the sense that I'm a security guard. I have to be a cunt to you. I have to go up to you and be like, I need your ID. I have to go up to you and say, can I search your bag? If you're being like bothersome in this situation, I have to go up to you and put my hands on you and like escort you out. I have to be that guy. So if I have to be that guy in real life, like you eventually get so used to it where it's like, I'm more than okay with being that guy online. Especially what, you're behind a screen? Do you know what I mean? Like, at least in real life, I have to worry about, like, me escorting a guy out and he wriggles one of his arms free and punches me in the face. Which is a scary prospect, right? Never happened to me, thankfully, but it's a scary prospect, you know what I mean? Online, though, if someone's like, even if someone was like a massive donator, like, let's say even Landon ZM, who's been like a recent, like, a massive donor, if he was being a cunt, I'd ban him too. And I wouldn't do it with like, oh yeah, fuck you. No, I'd be upset about it, of course, but I'd have to. It's my principles, man. But like, I think a lot of YouTubers, like, are so thankful that they get to do this dream job for so long that they don't account for this. I think that's the issue. And I think the sooner that you learn this, I think the better your audience will be in the long run. Because I'm very proud of the audience I've cultivated. I love checking in on my Discord and seeing whatever whatever nonsense you've come up with. And that's because I love the community I've cultivated. Because I've done a very good job in culling the idiots that don't. And if you want an example of that, by the way, last stream, some people are asking, Moresty, what's your Discord invite? What's Discord this, Discord that? Every single time I cover Landon, I pause Discord invites. And that's because I don't want people joining my Discord immediately and thinking, oh man, I could just shit on Landon. It's just a Landon free, like, yeah, can we no. If you join my Discord, you're here to chill with the community. Like, there's a rule, it's literally one of the rules.
I'm waiting for those last 10k to kick in so I can finally ignore my toxic fan base forever. Face exhaling emoji.
Thank you so much. Hell yeah, finally. That's how it goes. That's it. When I hit 1 million, I'm like, oh, thank goodness I don't have to read my chat anymore. Oh, it's perfect. But yeah, the amount of times I've like enforced this rule is unreal. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've banned people instantly when they do it. It's unreal, I'm telling you. I go to, like, if I was to look at my ban list right now, it's hundreds of people strong. I'm telling you right now. I don't know if I can quickly get out the list, but my ban list is hundreds of people strong. And not because, like, I've had like, I'm just that quick to cull the kind of person who's in my chat who's going to be a cunt. That's it. You're gone. Anyway, let's continue.
Corporate greed.
But yeah, I think it's just one of those things where people are very hesitant to have such a strong arm like I do, that they end up letting their community run them. That's how it is. Oh, do you want to build a fan base if that's the only reason you want to be this hating, getting mad? Yeah, exactly. I don't want to build that sort of fan base. I'd rather build a fan base of people where if I check my Discord, I can just check the gamer zone and people are posting about, oh, Dragon Quest Reimagined. Someone did a review of that. Yeah, we're just talking about like games and shit and tangent. Wow, like it's almost like it's a community where people just talk about things. My takes are what did he say? Objectivity isn't real. My takes are objective. Boo! Classic Mad John take. Classic. Unbelievable. Yeah, I like clowning on Mad John a little bit. Either way.
They like buying overpriced stuff more than I expected, at least. I still very much stand by my belief that this channel was part of a healthy conversation that consumers should be having, even if I was wrong about my sales predictions. Because the cause was right. This is going to sound kind of
oh my god, he literally said... He says it. He said it. I told you. If anyone doubted me, I told you guys. I told you. Deny it. He says it. If anyone was doubting, you're being a bit exaggerated, or you're being exaggerated. He says it!
If I was wrong about my sales predictions. Because the cause was right.
Look at the cause! Guys! No, you don't understand. I had to spam Daily Slot for the last 10 months. I had to, guys. I had to.
This sound kind of...
Please, no, Moresty, please. Please, Moresty, please just hear me out. Please.
Cheesy, but I don't want to live in a world where there are no Nintendeens. Because that's just a world that completely owns us.
No, I don't want to live in a world where people can't criticize Nintendo. I will happily go without Nintendeen. Are you joking me? I think the world would be a little bit better off, I'm going to be honest, without your ilk in the world, you know what I mean? Nintendeen Plus. Now, that's a cool guy. I like him. I like him quite a bit. I've seen some of his retrospectives. He's cool. He's invited to the cookout. Nintendeen 1, though? Like the classic OG? Fuck out of here, bro.
Even if I'm shouting into the void, at least I am shouting into the void and it's resonating with some people out there. If all of this rabble-rousing means that the next time Nintendo has to think a little longer before raising prices, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, because Furukawa was literally watching your channel with bated breath, right? Crazy. Crazy work, broski. I want to live in a world where, like, yeah, if Nintendo does shit things, we can all rally as a community. I don't want any Nintendeens. I want to unite the community. Okay?
I'm not saying that I had the effect. I'm not saying that any of us will have that effect. But I clearly tapped into some widespread feelings amongst a lot of Nintendo fans and gave it a bigger voice. As far as this channel is concerned, I'm still just going to make content that I want to make. Naturally, a lot of it will be focused on Nintendo. I'm probably going to be spending a lot more time focusing on my retrospective channel.
Oh, wait, he's actually quitting, by the way, guys. It's not even a joke. He's literally quitting. Guys, I quit. I've had enough of the daily... I'm quit. Let's see if he actually quits, though. That'll be quite funny if he does. He's putting out more retrospectives, which are pretty decent. I've seen some of them. I think he does a decent job analyzing video games.
Mostly because, well, Nintendo is not releasing enough games. So I gotta talk about something.
Oh my god. Nintendo Land, eat your heart out. Oh my god, yes. Yes. Nintendo Furukawa, I want to extend my personal... Arigato. Thank you so much, Furukawa. By not releasing enough games, I have Landon to laugh at, and Nintendeen quit. Oh my god, today's a good day, isn't it? Literally, they won so hard right now by just not releasing shit. It's perfect. We just won. We all won, didn't we, guys?
So I've been wanting to kind of move all of these old retrospectives that I have on my main channel over to that one, but I want to re-record them because I have better quality
we won, guys.
now. I just have no idea when that's going
so
to happen.
hard.
That might be my next project. I'm not sure. But this channel is going to keep being what it's been, in the sense that when I see something that I want to talk about, I'm going to come here and put a microphone in front of me and talk about it. It could be sales data. It could be gaming news. It could be a review about a game. I still have yet to buy a Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know when I will.
No, you have. You have bought a Switch 2. What? Dean, why are you lying to your audience? You have bought a Switch 2. I literally have proof of it on my Twitter. If I can scroll down real quick. I literally have proof. Why are you lying to your audience again? He's such a liar. I literally posted the clip. It's right here. You're in my Mario Kart game. You're right there. You're right there. And it's the part where he says, no, someone just changed their name to Nintendeen. Oh, haha, you can't do that on the Switch 2. You can't do that on the Switch 2. That's obviously you, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You were Nintendeen, you were Skibbity Dean, you were 617. You kept changing your name, but like, I know it's you, okay? I know that's you, bro.
A Nintendo Switch 2.
You're lying.
I imagine whenever I do that, it's going to be on this channel. I still have zero intention of giving Nintendo $1, and I'm kind of against praising anything on the Nintendo Switch 2 right now because even if I'm buying the stuff used, if I'm giving a good review of Bonanza, for example, that might lead to more people spending money towards Nintendo. So I'm obviously going to be focusing more on retro stuff, emulation.
I think that's just kind of a bit dumb, isn't it? I think that's just a bit... I think just a bit silly. Like for me, I've always been if Nintendo's doing great, I'll say they're doing great. If they're doing shit, I'll say they're doing shit. Like yeah, they should never have sold Mario Kart World for $80. DK Bonanza is one of the best platforms I've ever played. They should be a lot more generous with their prices and stop gouging the consumers. I still enjoy Mario Kart World. You can do both. It's possible. You can do both. You can juggle both. Like the circus clown you are, eh?
Handheld gaming PCs in order to play Nintendo games.
Yes, like I don't think a game's quality is contingent on how friendly the company funding is. I don't believe that, but sure, I guess.
ROM hacks, fan games. Or you might just get random gaming discussions where I yap about a memory or something completely pointless. I don't expect my channel to be as big in 2026 as it was in 2025.
Damn, right? He's literally, oh my god. He actually, this isn't even a joke neither. Hang on. This is him. Where is Nintendeen right now? He's like, no, guys. Sad hand. That's him right now. Him when he realizes 17 million. No.
Expect it to actually drop down quite significantly, quite frankly. I think there are a lot of people here that were motivated by the cause, and if I'm coming
the cause, guys, the cause!
Just not making videos about Nintendo potentially moving towards a failure, then they probably will not be around for the rest of the content. But I think I made myself very clear back in April when I completely shifted from doing daily Mario retrospectives into covering Switch 2 stuff. The most important thing for me, in order to not get burnout when I YouTube, is that I enjoy the content that I'm making, and I enjoy the content by uploading what I want to upload.
No, listen. You haven't been enjoying this shit for months. You lost, and now you're rage quitting. He's taking his ball and he's going home. Classic Dean behavior. I can't believe this, can I? He lost.
And that will always be the case.
But if I'm being, in all seriousness though, like it could be a combination if he lost, but like it could be that like, for me, I'm just like, I guarantee he looked at his channel and went, fuck. I really am soulless, aren't I? That's probably what he did, isn't it? I guarantee he literally woke up one morning and went, man, this is all for nothing, wasn't it? And he's just like, yeah, fuck, I'm going to Nintendeen Plus, bro.
Whether the view count is at
Links in chat. I don't think you can do links in chat. I think they just get zeroed out automatically.
500, 5,000, or 500,000. Ideally, enough of you will still be around where I can have some conversations in the comments. If we go down completely to 0, I might have to pivot. But, I mean, we really only need a couple dozen people.
Might pivot to Nintendo, also Nintendo Prime type content. Ooh, we love Nintendo. He's gonna love Nintendo again. That's what's gonna happen.
But to be clear, in case I didn't make it clear earlier, I still plan on covering Switch 2 sales and Switch 2 data. I am too deep into this to not continue to track it. And I absolutely want to do a
Sunk cost fallacy.
deep dive analysis of the most recent quarterly reports. And I might still walk away with it with some predictions and conclusions that might anger some folks. But I want you guys to understand that I am no longer doing that because I believe there will be a price drop. I want that to be very clear. I was absolutely wrong about how many sales Nintendo would make in 2025. Even with the discounts worldwide, I didn't expect it to hit this number. Prior to the launch of the console,
okay.
I did predict that they
He tanked his reputation for Nintendo Plus content. The cause. It didn't have to be this way. It didn't even have to be this way. It didn't even have to be this way, but he made it this way. Classic, huh? Classic.
would reach their one-year forecast by the end of December. You can watch my video right before the console launched for that. But after it launched,
Are you guys enjoying your French fries? I love my Mario Kart French fries. They're so good.
the past few months,
They're like those the ones I got. Like I think every bit of chips that we get or fries are like personalized. I think my Mario Kart came with like those chippy chips. You know in the UK, like when you go to a fish and chip shop, those like big chunky chips. I call them chippy chips because you get them at the chippy. Salt, vinegar, a little bit. Oh, you know what I mean? Like they just hit hard, don't they? They're like, oh. My one came with chippy chips. I don't know about you. You got waffle fries, extra salted. The Bonanza potato wedges are solids. For me, it has to be chippy chips. Chippy chips are like the best kind of chips. They really, really are. Perfect. Again, the donor machine's broken, but I'll read it. Tragedy is that I get Mr. Dean. Price of shooting up sucks. Nintendo burns their consumers. However, you tuck and tail on the face of the failure shows me that was a grift all along. Good longling. Honestly, again, I don't want to. He's right in the sense that I don't want to live in a world where no one feels like they can criticize Nintendo, or like if you do criticize Nintendo, like you're met with constant backlash to the point where it's not even worth it. I don't want to live in that world. But like Dean's not the answer. Do you know what I mean?
Dean realized people loves French fries, so he's gonna put them in the bag.
Dunks, bro. What's gonna happen when those numbers go down, eh, Dean? What's gonna happen, broski? Hey, I want my fiance likes her burgers with no mustard, by the way. No mustards. No mustard. For me, it's a double cheese because I'm a big back, okay? For her, no mustard, okay? No mustard.
Hit 15 million sold through.
And just think about it, I'm not lying, by the way. You see that? Slurpee the dog, Aren's super chat. But then when I look at the screens one, Campus one just got lost in the void. You see that? I gotta fix it. I gotta fix my thing. I gotta refresh it or something. I'll be sure to do that next stream. So I'm not making that up, okay? Some of your donuts need to just go, how? They just get eaten, you know?
Customers by the end of the first year. So I was ultimately wrong about that. Anyway, that's about all I got for right now. Will I be back later tonight for another upload? Maybe. I don't know. I'm still going through the quarterly report, and I don't want to rush the next video. Also, just before I leave,
you don't want to rush it. Damn, that'd be the first time for everything, I suppose, eh?
there was one more thing that I was actually wrong about. I thought the Nintendos would absolutely skyrocket today. Turns out they dropped 6% with the market opening, which completely was unexpected.
The sales stocks.
Nor do I have any intention of misleading anybody into what it could potentially mean. But just what if they announced 3D Mario today? Hear me out. No, seriously, hear me out.
It's gonna happen, okay? 3D Mario today, gamers! 3D Mario! 3D Mario! Damn, it's truly the end of an era, huh? Truly the end of an era, gamers. Nintendeen is finished. I say this, but his uploads he's probably just gonna keep doing the same videos he does. But he's just gonna be a slower pace. That's probably what I think he's gonna do. I think he's gonna do the same shit still. But hey, 3D Mario today, gamers. 3D Mario today. Let's unite the community. Let's unite the community, gamers. Unite. We stand united. 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 Come on. It's a season finale. Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. I don't think he'll quit for good. No chance. No clue what the French fries analogy is. I don't know. He just says Mario Kart is French fries. In that you get French fries with something else, but you never get French fries on their own. I'm just like the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe shaped fry in the corner of the room. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, brother. I just don't know. I don't think the analogy works as well as you'd like, honestly. Customers deserve better. Edit. Fuck. He had to edit this one as well. Just to clarify, because I don't think you guys know. Fuck game keycards, okay? Fuck game keycards. I will say again, I don't care if other people are okay with getting ripped off. I don't care if other people are okay with it, okay? I just don't care, alright? Oh good, still doesn't change the fact that Nintendo's the most anti-consumer lately. Calling them out is completely fine. Why are you laughing? They're supposed to make you mad. Why aren't you mad? He's mad. He's so mad you rage quit, right, Dean? You're so mad. You're so mad. The Deanlets won't get their slop and they won't starve. They will get their slop and they won't starve. Deanlets is crazy work. I'll be with you, Arizona. Deanlets is crazy work, okay? No crazy. No crazy. The Deanlets, you know. We call them small beans. That's what we call them, okay? This man Nintendeen is awesome because he admits he's wrong like many other. But I can't deal with you people. I can't deal with you bare minimums. I can't deal with it. I really can't. Honestly, I can't deal with it. Yeah, I understand that YouTubers as a whole tend not to apologize, but I'm not giving you props when you do. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. The bar might be in hell, but if you go over the bar, I'm not saying you're good for that. No. I'm not doing that, okay? It's the bare fucking minimum, and it took you 10 months. After 10 months! If we're using a food analogy, I feel like most of Nintendo's games have felt like fried chicken, but the batter on top is a thin layer of the actual chicken. Shit analogy. I'll stick around as long as you upload. Yeah, I just enjoy your commentary. Unbelievable. 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 Mods kill him. Mods kill him. The Switch 2 games are French fries and the Switch 2 fanboys are the salt. It's the natural order of the... Why are his comments always so Reddit? His comments are actually so Reddit. I'm just like, yeah, alright, sure. Sure. There's Switch 2 games? Kind of just, sorry Mario, but your fries are in another castle. Ooh, sick burn! It's so Reddit, isn't it? I can't deal with this, man. Honestly, we just need like updukes to the left. It really is. It really is Reddit tier. I think what we failed to realize that Nintendo almost entirely caters to the casual audience, which really is in tune with their predatory practices, as long as they aren't consistently aware of the gaming industry standards. I do think the casual consumer is aware of prices, though. I think if something's too expensive, they won't buy it. But I guess most people don't think the price of the Switch 2 is that bad. Heck, even I said the price of the Switch 2 wasn't bad. It's Mario Kart World I don't like. I think most people hold the same thing. Like when I told Ozzy like Mario Kart is £75 here as standard, he was like, "The fuck? You what, mate?" I'm like, that's what I'm saying, man. It's crazy. We as non-casual gamers can see through this and choose to boycott Nintendo. Unfortunately, never be enough. Also, consider some fans fall for it and eventually end up buying the console in here, despite being aware of the situation. Slacktivists, huh? Slacktivists. This comment section is always asked for. It's terrible, isn't it? It's literally Reddit. This is the kind of shit Reddit does. Reddit is like very hive mind and echo chambery because of the upvote, downvote karma system. This is what this is. There's no nuance. There's very few interesting comments to read. It's literally shit like this, man. Fucking hell. Like I said many months ago, you don't fight because you believe you'll win. You'll fight because it's right. Because the customer is what matters most. Yeah, send him. He's got to go, blood. He's got to go. He's got to go. Keep fighting the good fight. They're literally our freedom fighters, aren't they? They're freedom fighters gamers. I can't deal with this, man. I can't deal with this, man. Huge props to continue to do it regardless. If you're expecting, I think you could add your opinion more. A lot of describing what's happening, but not so much your feeling into it. True. True. You're describing. You're doing the worst kind of retrospective, all right? Demeech, no! Anyway, I gotta give you massive props. I appreciate how genuine you are. I kind of had the feeling that you won't make a video to intentionally spread misinformation about Nintendo. And even if you did, it doesn't matter. It's not worth getting upset. But the fact that you owned up to being wrong in aspects is admirable. The Salty Boy caricature was made as just a meme. I didn't make it either. It was up to my friend to own up to. Not against you, you're just a goofy meme. Your Mario Kart World franchise became an inside joke because the title was hilarious. I would say though, I did find the backlash, the video about sales and backlash to be a bit excessive. I'm for a similar thing in 20. They're bonding over mutual hatred. Demetrius like, I used to be you. I used to be you. I had a lot of success criticizing Pokemon. My criticism were justified, but I kept going with community posts, and eventually I got burned out. I just accepted Pokemon Lightning got better, not get better, and if it does, cool. I'll I'll still criticize the games, just not excessively. And that's why I'm so glad you're going to be making the content you're more passionate about. I know you're not actually a Nintendo fan, which makes your content unique compared to the guys who make Silhouette videos, but who never fit Nintendo fans to begin with. Looking forward to seeing what this new era of Nintendeen looks like. It's going to be the same, Dimitri. I'll be real with you. You know what, Dimitri? I respect it. Dimitri, I respect you extending an olive branch, especially someone who used to be like the scourge of the Nintendo community. I get it. I get it. Just don't think what happened. It'll be like Landon. Do you know how Landon said, I still have the button, by the way, guys, if you're curious? Do you know how, like, Landon said this?
I don't think I have any energy in me to ever bring up 3D Mario again.
And then look what happened, eh? Look what happened. So, I think it's going to be the same with this guy. I think it's going to be the same. So, that's my prediction. Nothing ever happens. Put it all or nothing, okay? But hey, if he does, in all fairness, if he does, good on you, Dean. We could play Mario Kart together, okay? Just like we did before, alright? Oh, thank you so much. Nintendo purely misrepresents stats. Definitely grifter. But he's a small bean, though. But he's a freedom fighter, okay? He's a freedom fighter. No, he's a freedom fighter. He's a small little bean. Come on. Come on. People get what they wish for. Sad. This is why the gaming industry is such a trash heap. In the end of the day, customers can bitch and complain all they want. We have truly no one to blame but ourselves for blind consumerism. Companies like Nintendo wouldn't keep getting away with jacking up prices. They knew the majority of people wouldn't simply give up to their impulses every time and stop withholding their money. But you get what you pay for. Unless there's a massive drop-off next quarter, the chance of Nintendo releasing their games and system at a more reasonable price will be slim to zero. Still won't buy it personally. You outvote with your power. The only real power you have in modernity. Modernity, yeah? Alright, lads. Go back to Reddit, okay? I stand with you, Dean. I stand with you. It really is a fucking movement, isn't it? And they think they're the cause, guys. The cause. Can't deal with it, man. It's just another demoralizing fastest launch moment. Won't be long until the ball rolls again. And what do you say to this one? I'm worried about his safety. The Nintendo fanbase is terrifying. Let's just say there's a reason I had to make this video. What does that mean? Hang on, what the fuck does that mean? Let's just say there's a reason I had to make this video. What? In regards to the safety of his Nintendo... Is he talking about you? I don't know if he's talking about me. Was there like a mob outside his house that he had to calm down? Like, if there is actually something going on, fair dues, but like, so he was doing this to get people off his back instead of actually admitting he's wrong. Yeah, the implications of the statement is really, really weird. Dean held it. That's what. Is he held at gunpoint here? Who is he making this reaction for? His safety. What, the assassins? Is Miyamoto gonna come after you, broski? I don't think it's that serious. If you ask me personally, I don't think it is, but sure, Mr. Dean. We'll leave that there, okay? Just pull the someone sent death threats. The YouTuber classic, huh? The YouTuber classic. Either way, that's Super Sales Bro number 2. Down for the count, okay? Send them home, gamers. That's enough. That's enough of that, gamers. That's enough of that. The Super Sales Bros have been defeated. Arlo offered a conditional retraction, and Nintendeen is apparently quitting. But even if the conditions are met, I just don't think Arlo will actually retract it, and I don't think Nintendeen's going to stop neither. I think he's just going to keep doing what he does, and he's just trying to get the people off his back. You know, I think he's trying to get the people off his back. That's what he's trying to do. But either way, lads, best of luck to you. Okay, the door is open if you want to play Mario Kart sometime. Okay.